Hello, I'm Finola from RaaS, and I'm catching up today with Todd Buckingham, the CEO and co-founder of B2B wagering integrity technology company, BetMakers Technology Group, ASX ticker BET. Welcome, Todd, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Finola, and thanks for catching up again.
Now, BetMakers had a big quarter of company building in Q1 with the launch of another 6 managed trading services clients on the platform to bring it to 24, a 25% increase in live clients, the preparation of the launch of Better in mid-October, and the launch of US racing content into the UK and Australian markets. Have there been any challenges in managing this growth?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything's a challenge for us. It is obviously the business is growing so quickly, and these opportunities come towards the back end of last year, and this year's for us is just about execution, and so it really has been nose to the grindstone for the first quarter, and getting these platforms out, and obviously getting a platform built for Better, which obviously we'll talk about a bit later, but. It's been a really busy quarter, but a real consolidation one for us. We finished off quite well at the back end of last year, and the first quarter really represents the consolidation of that and getting ourselves ready for what we think is going to be a bumper year for us.
Now, Better, as you mentioned, has now launched. Has it met your expectations?
I think everybody associated with Better, it's been blown out of the water in terms of how that's gone to market. There's 4 weeks in now, launched I think mid-October, getting through the busiest period of the spring carnival with with relatively minor incidents, and really decent launch, and they've gone to market and told people that and they have signed up over 300,000 people. So it's well and truly above their budgets, and obviously above the expectation of where we thought we thought they'd get to in the initial launch. And look, the platform held up extremely well. We did some 8,000 bets per minute on the platform. There was the sign-ups were coming through steadily and fast, and we've had a bumper launch for that, and well ahead of our expectations in terms of in all metrics.
There were a few. I think there's been a few media reports of teething problems. Was that from the platform, or was that other from other parts of the operation?
Yeah, well, the good part is that there was no downtime, so the site was always accessible. There was issues around the speed of payouts and things like that, and then obviously the guys at Better, who handle all the customer service, we just didn't expect to have that many people. So there was teething problems around getting back to any issues or dealing with any issues from that perspective, but. Look, it's expected, in that sense. When somebody launches a new platform, the real positive is that there wasn't any downtime, and the platform stayed up, and we were able to iron those out on the fly. Anything that come up. So, look, we're really happy with how it launched, and so are the guys at Better.
Fantastic. Now, US fixed odds horse racing is now available online in New Jersey. What has the early take-up been like, and when would you anticipate other racetracks or states taking up fixed odds on horse racing?
Yeah, look, the fixed odds obviously in the US has taken us a lot longer than what we anticipated originally. There's challenges there in educating the market and understanding how it works, and obviously getting through the regulatory hurdles. Getting live on course, getting live online was a real goal for us to get that just launched. There's a bunch of stuff now that we've got to do in terms of launching the app, and on behalf of Monmouth. So Monmouth Bets app will go live towards the end of this year, and then we'll start bringing in content from out of state. The Monmouth season is finished now, and it kicks off again in May next year. The expectation is that we'll get a bunch of out of state content, international content, and Monmouth Bets ready for launch with the new racing season. So it'll be a steady growth between now and May, and then hopefully full steam ahead in May next year.
And the trend towards digitalisation and fixed odds is most developed here in Australia, and the US seems to be heading down the same path. Are these trends evidence elsewhere in the world, and what's the opportunity for you there?
Yeah, it's common knowledge that we're in a lot of countries where we run the parimutuel. I think there's about 70 countries that have parimutuel, and about 65 of those are parimutuel only. So there's not that many places that have got fixed odds, but we're hearing, we're getting approached. How does this work, and can it help us? And so we're dealing with our customers to help them, digitalize and obviously then bring in fixed odds, and obviously it's done a really a big thing in Australia for horse racing here. I think we've grown sort of 300 or 400% over the last 12 to 15 years. So there's nothing stopping that from happening elsewhere in the world. And so we want to work with our customers that we've got in a parimutuel sense to be able to bring a digital offering and bring fixed odds into whatever jurisdiction, whether that's the US. And we're actually very close to launching now in Jamaica with Caymanas. That's been a long time in the making as well, but we got final approvals there for that. So it'll be very close to launching over the coming weeks as well. So the Caribbean will, for the first time, have fixed odds betting on horse racing coming up. And for the US, obviously, we're live there now and we're in. So there's other jurisdictions that we'll hopefully get traction with as well over the next 12 months.
And with so much on the go, Todd, what are your strategic priorities for the next 6 to 12 months?
Execution for us, it's all about the deals that we've announced and getting those live and in the market, unlocking the opportunity in New Jersey, which then creates other opportunities, but making sure we get that right. And then obviously the Australian stuff here, we've got 30 odd clients here now that rely on us with our platform, and we've done some really good stuff with the Better platform, and getting that into a situation where it's as good or better than the tier one operators. So that'll take us 3 to 6 months to get that up to scratch and where we want it to be. But that's sort of our next 12 months is all about executing on these deals that we've announced.
Well, thank you, Todd Buckingham, for joining me today. I'm looking forward to checking back with you over the course of FY23 to see BetMakers progress.
Thanks, Finola.